The Samaritan's Purse Operation Christmas Child Shoebox program kicked off this week in the border city. Jace Mackey spoke with an organizer to find out more about this year's campaign.
I'm joined today with Ruby Trudel, and we're going to be talking about the Operation Christmas Child program that's going to be happening this year. Thanks for taking some time to talk with me today, Ruby.
Thanks for the opportunity.
So my first question is just kind of simply, what is Operation Christmas Child? Can you just take me through the shoebox program?
Operation Christmas Child, the shoeboxes are shoeboxes that are filled with love and with hope and with joy. They're distributed to disadvantaged children around the world. These are children that are in desperate poverty, children that have gone through war or are currently going through war, or who have lived through just disaster. So these are children that are going through life situations that we can't even imagine. Operation Christmas Child works in 12 different countries as contributors: Canada, the United States, Great Britain, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, just to name a few. And there are 102 recipient countries. So these are countries that have approached Operation Christmas Child asking for shoeboxes to be brought into their country because they know the impact that shoeboxes can have on children that are going through such trauma.
So what kind of stuff are in the shoeboxes?
Well, just fantastic items. Always a wow toy. So you can see behind me the teddy bears, and perhaps you can see the soccer ball. Those are items that a child in these situations won't even be able to imagine ever owning on their own. And so that we call those a wow item. And we like to have a wow item in every box. And then perhaps some other toys, cars and things like that for boys, ball. For girls, maybe a skipping rope or a ball, or then some practical things like school supplies, because children in these countries typically don't have school supplies. So like lined paper, pencils, pens, crayons, eraser, sharpener, that type of thing. Hygiene items are very appreciated. A toothbrush, not toothpaste. Kids in third world countries typically don't know what to do with toothpaste, so they might eat it. The countries have asked us not to send those items. So toothbrush, a washcloth, soap, container for the soap. Yeah, that kind of stuff. And other things that people are so inventive. It's just really cool how some men will put in a multi-tool in a boy's box. That kid is going to be the most popular kid in the community because everybody's going to want to use that tool. And when we think about putting ordinary things like soap into a shoebox, soap isn't a big deal for us. But we remember at Operation Christmas Child, a young man who told us that when he got that bar of soap, and it was Irish Spring, so it was really scented, how much he appreciated that and how much it changed his life. He was living in an orphanage with a dozen other boys, and they shared soap.
Wow. So yeah. For people in Lloydminster who want to contribute, how can people go about donating or even making a box themselves?
They can either do it in person or online. So at Samaritan's Purse, you can find a pack online button if that's easier for you. I enjoy going to the different stores and finding items. I do that all through the year, actually. And I have a big box that I put these items in throughout the year. The little finds and the little treasures that aren't always available at this time of year. And so what you need is a shoebox. You can either use an actual shoebox or you can use a Samaritan's Purse shoebox. And the shoeboxes are available at Spiro's and at Silverwood Toyota, at the churches, and particularly at Southridge Community Church, because that church is the collection point.
And when is the collection week going to be taking place?
Collection week is November 16th to the 21st. It's always the third week in November. Can I just add one more thing, Jace? I just want to encourage people when they pack their shoe boxes to please take everything out of the packaging. There's a lot of, in in our society, something that comes in a package means that it's new and that's special to us. That's not special in the countries that these things are going to. It's just garbage to them. And if we send them plastic, they don't know what to do with that. They end up burning it, and then the fumes from that. And so we don't want to give them something that they can't use. So please remove all of the packaging, and you get to put more stuff in the box that way.
And is there anything else you want to add?
There are some things that you should not put in a box, which might not be completely obvious. We must not put anything that is liquid, and that includes those wonderful balls that when you bounce, they sparkle, because those have liquid in them. And if it goes to a cold country or a really hot country, that alters the chemical compound in that ball, and it turns it into a big gooey mess. The toothpaste I've already covered. No liquids of any kind, like no nail polish or liquid deodorant or perfume or anything like that. Nothing breakable, so no glass, even a mirror. If it's plastic, it's fine, but if it's glass, we wouldn't be able to send it. And no candy. And I know that doesn't sound quite right, but the countries have asked us, please don't send candy, because some families in those countries have little corner kiosks where they sell candy. And if shoe boxes come in with full of candy, those kids aren't going to be buying anything from them for several months, and that would put them out of business. So these are requests from the countries that these boxes go to.
Thanks for taking some time to talk with me today. It was great to learn a little bit more about this program, and also just let the people in the community know that this is happening this year and that they're able to take part to help change the life of some people around the world.